No, I am not about to go and play cricket. This thing is kinda reading my mind. And no, it's not the newest superhero movie. I just strapped a tiny science lab to my forehead for 2 weeks. This is called the Muse S Athena. And apparently it's a headband that can read your brain and give you real-time feedback to help you focus or to help you calm down and sleep better. The Muse Athena headband slogan is, change your brain, change your life. So naturally, I had to test it and make a Muse S Athena review because boy oh boy, I have thoughts, apparently. If at any point you decide that, yes, this is the gadget for me, make sure to click the link in the description or scan this QR code on screen because you'll also get an exclusive discount. Before we dive into the review though, I think it's important to really understand what the Muse Athena headband actually is. It gives you neurofeedback by measuring your brain and body activity during focus training, calm sessions, and sleep. Afterward, it gives you feedback in the app so that you can respond in the moment. Think of it this way. The Muse Athena S is a training device, not a passive all-day attention alarm. You wear it when you either want to do a guided training session during the day and when you want to do sleep tracking. In the app, Muse S promises concentration and clarity during a focus or meditation session. The sounds shift when your attention drifts, bringing you back to the moment. Of course, there's mental endurance that comes in a minigame. It makes you focus hard while the FNIRS sensor reads just how hard your brain is frying. Then the stress and calm feedback is meant to help you notice when you settle versus when your mind is more active, so that you're not just guessing. The outside sessions are a little bit different. When you wear the Muse S Athena headband during sleep, it tracks your full night, sleep stages, movement, heart rate, even breathing. It also tracks your brain using Alpha Peak, which is a premium feature. That sounds interesting, I know, but it's a cognitive performance metric built from your sessions over time. The purpose of this metric is to track whether your brain, or your brain training, is actually working over time. And last but not least, comfort. It is built to be worn through the night and most of the day, and their entire pitch is that you will just forget that it's on your noggin. Okay, so I explained what the Muse headband does, but the real question is, how does it track all of these things? I'll try to explain it in the simplest way I can, while showing the technical terms on screen, just in case you're a nerd and want to look them up or something. I'm joking, kind of, maybe. So the headband is absolutely packed with sensors that read your brain and body, sending all of that info to the app, which turns raw signals into feedback and scores. So there are 4 sensor types in total. The first one is the brain waves, or the EEG. It's the 7 sensors on the forehead and behind the ears that measure your brain's electrical activity. The app uses those signals to estimate when you are calmer and more focused, while the headline upgrade, or the FNIRS, shines safe, low-powered infrared light into the front of your brain to read blood flow and oxygen. This way the headband can see how hard your brain is working to stay focused. Then there's the PPG, or in other words, heart rate and circulation. In a session, you can see when you're worked up, so that you can use your breathing to turn that nervous energy into focus instead of stress. Last is the motion sensor. The Muse S Athena Mind Monitor uses an accelerometer that reads your breathing rhythm and a gyroscope that tracks your posture, balance, and how much you move, including night movements. That sounds great on paper, but is there any credibility? Actually, yes. The brand claims the core EEG has been used in over 200 published studies by actual research institutions. It is the same kind of technology that scientists use, it's just shrunk down to wear at home. Think of it as a heart rate monitor. You have one at home, and it's just a smaller version of the EKG your doctor has, just a little bit less detailed. The Muse S Athena also backs each of its claims with actual research on their side. If you'd like to delve a bit deeper into the studies, I have left a link to that in the description for you to check out. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's move to the specs. The band itself is adjustable, ranging between 43 and 63 centimeters. It is ultralight, has breathable fabric, and a USB-C charging port. Then there are 4 on-head EEG channels with 4 auxiliary channels. The battery lasts up to 10 hours depending on session time, and it takes around 3 hours to fully charge. The connection is via Bluetooth to the Muse app. Keep in mind that the app is not compatible with Huawei phones. Oh, and the other thing, Muse S Athena offers 30-day returns, free shipping, and a 1-year warranty. So it's worth it, especially if you click the link in the description for the best price possible. Since we got the specs covered, it's time to talk about the experience, since the headband is only half of the product. The Muse S app is the star of the show. It guides setup, runs your sessions, shows sleep reports, and stores your long-term progress. Besides, it will be the easiest way for me to show you the 2-week progress. The daytime sessions focus primarily on classic audio neurofeedback. For example, in mind sessions, the soundscape shifts as you become more focused. It tracks your brainwaves, so you literally hear when your focus drifts, and you can do some serious brain training with it. Afterwards, you get a score and a breakdown of the session. The heart, body, and breath sessions work in a very similar way to the whole live audio thing, but this time it's turned to your heart rate, movement, and breathing instead of your brain. The strength sessions are a bit different. It's an eyes open owl game. You make the owl fly by concentrating harder, which in turn you can see how hard your brain is working. Needless to say, the first time I tried this, I was somewhat caught off guard. The soundscape stormed up when my focus slipped and the owl dipped more than it flew. It takes a bit of getting used to. But in week 2, everything went a bit smoother. The storms came less often, the owl held up a bit longer. For nighttime sessions, I wore the band to bed so I could track my sleep stages and movement. The Sleep Assist played calm audio to help me nod off, and interestingly enough, as I was falling asleep, my brain waves changed and the band noticed, so it faded the audio out. The Deep Sleep Boost is definitely an interesting feature. Whisper quiet audio timed to my brain's slow waves in order to deepen recovery, and when sleep becomes unsettled, it automatically paused. So during week 1, I was still getting used to sleeping with the headband. I was aware that something was on my head, so it took a lot longer to fall asleep. That's with the Sleep Assist playing, and in the morning, it showed signs of light, broken sleep. Week 2's been loads better. I've gotten the hang of how to use Muse S Athena, and the band started to feel normal to the point that I just barely noticed it anymore. The audio did help me fall asleep faster, and the reports showed a bit more deep sleep and fewer wake-ups. A very minuscule change, but we're getting somewhere. Hey, it would be a miracle if everything worked right off the bat, right? Now, as you may have noticed, you can either have the free app or pay a subscription. Without the subscription, you still get a solid set of features, like the core EEG, FNIRS, neurofeedback, focus and anxiety relief training, sleep tracking along with sleep assist features, and some guided meditation with progress tracking. Meanwhile, the premium is the wow content. It gives you over 500 meditations and brain training programs along with all of the fancy alpha peak scores. Also, there's an AI coach and external audio support, and a new snazzy smart wake up feature that wakes you up at the lightest point in your cycle. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, you can wear Muse with glasses and a hearing aid, but you just have to put the headband on first so that there's sensors touching your head and behind the ears. And you don't need headphones. Your phone speaker is more than enough. So the final verdict of my Muse S Athena review, and the most important question is, did it change anything? Well, personally, yes. The small shifts were real. I settled into focus a bit faster, slept a bit easier, but the progress took time. You have to learn to enjoy the progress, to make a habit out of checking the scores and chasing small improvements. Honestly, what surprised me most was how quickly I stopped noticing the band was on my head. I really expected it to be more distracting. And of course, the best stuff is behind premium, so make sure to consider that in the price. The headband alone is more than capable, but the full experience costs more. I'd recommend this to someone who's into meditation, exploring sleep, or is just really nerdy about self-tracking and data. Just make sure to click the link below to get the Muse S for a portion of the full price, free shipping, a 30-day return, and a 1-year warranty. Oh, and make sure to check out the other CoolTechZone videos where I test a bunch of other interesting gadgets. All right, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.